What's going on, y'all? Today we are going to be going over the lying hip twist and different variations of it and the techniques and tips you need to be able to master it. So the lying hip twist is a beginner to intermediate core move that you'll be doing as a rotational move to work on your obliques, love handles, whatever you want to call them. This is a phenomenal beginner rotation move because a lot of people can't do a lot of hanging rotation or may not have access to things like maces or clubs or medicine balls where they can do a lot more, in my opinion, effective rotation work. So this is the everyman's rotation exercise. You need no equipment, all right? So we're going to be doing two different variations here. One's going to be more of a beginner one. One's going to be more advanced. The beginner's going to have bent knees, and the advanced one is going to have straight legs. So it's going to be bent legs versus straight legs here the whole time, okay? So big points that we want to keep on this lying hip twist are going to be number one, we're going to have our arms out at a Christ-like figure. If you have to bend them slightly, that's okay. But we want to keep our hands down on the floor the entire time, okay? This is going to allow us to be able to get the biggest stretch and work in our obliques during this exercise. I'll go ahead and example the beginner variation first now. Hands out at the side, legs up, rotate to one side, keeping the hands down. Get as low as you can. It's okay if your knees touch the ground. You might get a few back pops. Exhale up. Exhale on the way up. Doesn't really matter where you inhale, just always make sure that you exhale on the way up. I like to inhale on the way down. So that's the beginner variation, and the reason why it's so important to exhale as you lift your limbs up is because you want to compress your core. You want to keep everything tight, so that exhale is going to allow you to do that. All right? As you're breathing everything out, you're going to be able to compress it because there's less air in your upper body, right? So now as we go forward in the more advanced variation, I'm going to point out a tip that you want to make sure that you do on both of these, and that is make sure that your shoulders stay on the ground here the whole time along with your hands. Some of you guys are going to have very, very tight pecs, shoulders, this whole region from postural issues. So with that being said, you're going to want to really work on keeping these down because it's going to be a big stretch for your upper body just as it's going to be a big work for your obliques. All right, so only go as low down on both these variations as you can without your shoulders popping up. All right, it'd be the same thing if you were doing this twisting stretch that this one resembles, right? And then the one final thing is as you come up, keep the movement powered by your obliques right in here. So with that being said, don't jerk your legs up as hard as you can, try to use momentum. Really squeeze, let's say my legs are going over the right side, I'm going to squeeze hard on this left oblique to bring it up. And that pull up is going to feel slower than if I were just to yank it up with my whole body or use momentum along with that. So we really want to be making sure that we work our obliques here. However, this is just a full body exercise. So that tip is more of an advanced one. But if you don't feel it in your obliques as much, slow it down. All right? Let's show the advanced one. Straight legs. Shoulder down. Exhale up. See how long that took? Nice and slow. So, as you might have noticed in my last rep, my own right shoulder was trying to buck up. So I shortened the range of motion on it. all right? We want to really not sacrifice form here for our ego, right? Shorten the range of motion, hit it right, expand that range of motion from there. Hope this helps you guys out. Done. Also, before I finish, if you're my client, go ahead and choose whatever variation works best for you and do it for the prescribed amount of reps and time, all right? Work your way up to the next one. After you're able to complete this exercise for the first variation for at least 60 seconds, go ahead and work your way up to the second one, all right? Done for the second time.